Hello, welcome to class this month. Let's take an inventory. So this month's theme is less of a theme and more of like an exploration in our bodies and our practice. And so you can do the whole class, or if you want to just do sections of it. And I just want to know which exercises felt really strong and then which ones are feeling a little bit like I need to go over these, or I don't know if they're right for my body or what's going on. And that's going to help me determine the themes for next year. So it's all about you. So instead of doing some fun combinations on this chair, we're going to just go and explore section by section, which might be fun, actually, since we never do that. But it's not going to be like how I like to just make fun combos. So we're going to nerd out on our practice, and we'll first start with a top and bottom spring or a middle bottom spring, depending on what you need for your footwork. And there's a couple footworks. So, hello. Let's start with sitting all the way back to the back edge. It's really weird. It's more like doing it on the high chair. And you can place your hands wherever you feel them connected to your back. And you're going to press the pedal down and up. And the goal is your pelvis doesn't rock back and forth. But just feel what it's like to do your footwork here, sitting at the back of your chair. And then move to your arches. And let those thighs touch the chair. See how far you can get them, and then try to pull them as far away from the chair as possible. Really trying to close that spring. And then onto your heels and reach and reach and reach. Woo! And then come up and slide it to the middle of your chair. Go back to those toes and press, reach. And it's a little harder to get those thighs to touch the chair, but it's a little easier to get those thighs away from the chair. So that's kind of fun. And then come onto your arches. Same thing, 5 more. And then heels. And try not to go too slow, but don't go too fast. Control doesn't mean slow, and fast doesn't mean like you're advanced, right? And then slide your hips all the way to the edge where we normally do it. And let's just see what we learn from all of that. Can we reach this pedal away and pick it up without shortening our spine or leaning forward? And then onto those arches and go. And reach, and reach. Whew. Lift your center away from those thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The arches one really does connect me the most to my center, but you might connect more on the toes or on the heels. I'd love to know. 1 more, and then send one leg forward. Can you hold that leg up from your whole body, or is it only in your quad? Just any extra amount of anything other than just your quad is on a good upswing. All right, then take your balls of your feet back on the pedal, thighs parallel to the floor, and move the pedal by flexing and pointing. Right, so the ankle is moving, but the thighs are still. Woo. That feels fun. And then push the pedal down and move your heels. So now the heels go down, the heels go up. When my heels go down on this one, I feel my thighs and my center really work together. Oh, whew. And you get a nice little thigh burn. Okay, just for fun, lie back. You can either do short side of your chair harder, long side of your chair easier. Let's do 100. One more cycle of breathing. I know it's not a full 100, but just enough to get that blood pumping all the way through our body. All right, so here we go. Let's go through our pull-ups. I love a good pull-up. We're going to do heels together, toes apart. You are welcome to put something between your ankles if that's something you need. And you are also welcome to change your springs. If one top and bottom is too easy, like it feels like it's throwing you around, then it is. And go to a middle bottom or 2 bottoms. Explore where you can. So here we go. Shoulders over the wrists. Lift your waist as your head goes through your arms.
Are you leaning beyond your wrist? We don't want to do that. And then lower the spring down. See how high you can go without resting. So you want to have half your body weight in your legs and half in your arms, no matter where you are on this pedal. Take one foot off and lift. So my foot is just on the other side of the pedal. You can even have your heels still squeezing together, right? So you can keep your hips even. And reach. Oh. Ooh, a little harder on this side. You'll figure out which hip is struggling a little bit. Okay, pivot to the side. So one foot is parallel on the pedal. Hands come to the corners of the chair. Knee turns out, a little snake moment. And you're going to lift this pedal up with your head hanging down. It's tempted to look forward. Keep that head down, shoulders over those wrists. And then if you want more, you take that outside leg off. How high can you reach this pedal? Woo! And then come all the way down. Not gonna lie, my fast is burning. All right, so what you're trying to explore here is how straight can you get your wrists, right? So that's going to be really helpful. How much can you keep your arms reaching from your back? So if you're focusing on that. And then the standing leg is really reaching from your center. And the leg that's out, oh, it's almost like both legs are spreading away from each other. And that just makes it so intense. Okay. In this pull-ups theme, we're going to do tendon stretch because I went front, right side, face the other way. So it's just part of the method to the madness. So we will do two legs and single leg, obviously. If you don't want to do single leg, you don't have to. You also can just keep the pedal down and hold it, right? There's a lot to be said for that. So onto those arches. Let your head hang down, and then without locking those elbows, lift your hips. Now, every chair is different. So remember, if you have one of those chair combo chairs, you may want to put a little brick underneath your pedal just so that you bring the pedal up to the chair, because your height of your chair matters. If it's higher than mine, it's going to be really hard to hear, like hard for you to keep your thighs from touching the chair just because of the way physics is. And then one hand comes between your leg, and maybe you just keep hopping back and forth. Maybe that's you, so you get really comfortable with it. Or reach that leg out to the side, get your hip over your ankle, and lift that pedal. And then take the leg behind you, and lift your center to lift your leg. This exercise is, though, a tempting one to let the head come up. Keep that head hanging down so your neck isn't doing the exercise. Switch sides. And here we go. Yeah, reach to that leg. And then take it behind you. Oof. And then bring it all the way around. All right. Let's take a moment off of our arms and get back to those legs. So, hands make a diamond shape here on the corner edge. You can put a pad there, especially if your chair isn't comfortable. And then you're going to stand through the back leg, and you're going to point and flex. Point and flex. Let your shoulders come down your back and your low ribs come up, and reach. Press to the whole ball of your foot. And so, yes, this is an Achilles stretch, but it's not, right? Because it's not about stretching the ankle and hanging off of that tendon. It's like, can I reach my heel without hanging off of the joint? Am I still standing in my foot? Two more. And then lift the pedal up and plant yourself onto your standing leg. Look down. I feel a little close, so I'm actually just going to move my foot back a little bit. If I did that for the other one, it would be a little hard. So you might be in the exact right spot. All right, hands can be on your hips, behind your head, up to the sky. Here we go. With that heel up, push the pedal down and up. And then hold the pedal down. Reach your heel down, lift your heel up. Reach the heel down, lift the heel up. Reach it down, lift it up, and then lift the pedal.